Look at this forecast for the week. Rain every single day. Hello, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Clara. If you're not new here, thanks so much for coming back. Started my morning with a nice long walk and a Pilates class. Mainly walked because of this horrible rain forecast that I have for this week. Trying to get some outdoors time before I'm like cooped up inside. Charleston weather is so like temperamental. Like, even though it says it's gonna rain, it might only rain for 2 hours one day, and that counts as like the whole forecast for the day. But I don't want to count on it because I have been trying to be a little bit more healthy with my activity levels and my walking. If I don't make a conscious effort to walk throughout the day, I will literally have 2,000 steps and just sit on the couch on my computer the whole time. In my defense, I do think I walk more on those days, but I don't have any sort of like ring watch tracker thing, so my steps only get counted if I'm carrying my phone around. And if I'm getting up to like walk around the house or clean the kitchen, like I'm not carrying my phone with me, if that makes sense. So that's my excuse anyways. I need to make a coffee and then I'm hopping into a meeting. I'm so bad about cleaning the grounds out of my little thing after I use it. So I always just clean it out before I make the next one. I don't know if that's gross. On the topic of like fitness and habits, I'm also trying to drink a lot of water today in particular because I'm getting some blood tests done tomorrow and I want it to be easy for them to find my vein. So I'm thinking ahead and I'm hydrating today because much like flossing, if you lie and say, yeah, I drink enough water, they can tell. They can tell when you don't drink enough water. I don't even try and lie about flossing anymore. I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't floss. You're gonna figure it out anyways. That's another appointment I need to make. I need to get a dentist. I need to get a good dentist in Charleston. I have yet to go to the dentist in Charleston. I've gone to like a dentist in my hometown, but I have not gone to, like, I haven't established much care here in Charleston. I should probably make an effort to do that this summer because I always try and batch my appointments in the summertime, like honestly all in the same week. I call it kind of like a wellness week where I do like my gyno, dentist, optometrist, everything like that in 1 week. So that way I just knock it all out. And then all of those appointments are on the same like schedule for having to do the following year too. But I kind of skipped that last year. Usually I try and crop the background of my office to not look so messy, but this is just how it looks right now and I can't even crop it differently. I can't even set my camera up on the other side of the desk because there's so much stuff over there. So maybe we'll tackle this in the video. I do need to go ship a lot of returns today. I actually think like today is my cutoff to do it. Hopefully it wasn't yesterday. I ordered so many like wedding guest dress options from Revolve and I really want my money back. All right, it's meeting time. My meetings are over. I had 2 meetings today. And in the meantime, my mail came. I think it's my like auction items that if you don't know, if you haven't watched the past couple videos, I am now an online auctioneer. Is that the person that runs the auctions or participates in them? Either way, I am addicted to doing online auctions and like bidding on random home decor shit. I think that's what this is. Okay, smaller than I expected. Guess I didn't read the dimensions. I think this is one of the pieces of art that I got. I got another thing earlier in the week. I'll have to show it to you. It's sitting on the coffee table. Dang, this is kind of a nice frame. Well, that'll do it. It's cracked. I was gonna say I was planning on reframing this, but maybe I won't. But the frame is indeed cracked. I guess I could get new glass for it. I'm obsessed. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't want to cut myself, but I do want to get it out of the broken glass. How the heck? I don't know how I get it out of the glass. Because look at the back of this. This frame is like intense. I feel like this was custom framed. I'll have to play around with this later. But ew, is that like mold on it too? Love that for me. Definitely needs new glass. Ooh, do I want to keep it in this frame? Maybe. I'll have to get new glass for it. Here's my other auction item that I've gotten. I need to wash, like that's like sticker residue on that, and I need a new battery for the clock, but I got this little clock thing and this tin punched art. See how it's like a messenger person, like an angel. I love it. I'm obsessed. Sometimes when there's a task on my to-do list that I'm just really dreading doing because I'm convinced it's going to take forever, I time myself how long it actually takes to do it because most of the time I'm shockingly surprised at like how quick it actually was. Today, the opposite of that. It actually took me an alarming amount of time to label all of the packages that I need to bring into UPS right now. And the icing on the cake is that I accidentally routed myself to not necessarily the wrong location, but not the location I thought I was going to, because this one has like no parking out front of it and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things to carry in, which means multiple trips. But I refuse to be someone that like idles on the curb to like bring stuff in. But I'm gonna go struggle and probably take like 5 trips in. But I'll get my steps in for today. Raining a little bit, but not too bad. And it will allow me to justify a trip to TJ Maxx later as a reward. I found a couple of random things, but nothing really worked. I was excited about this. It's from Significant Other, but it was too short on me. It would have been so cute in the Hamptons. I'm going in August. And this bikini, just nothing, no bikini ever works out when like the top and the bottom are the same size. Lucky for me, Home Goods and Marshalls is right next door. You're kidding. They have Slim Aaron's here? Okay, wait, I might have to get that and see if I can put it anywhere in my house. Okay, well, never mind. I mean, it's like Slim Aaron's pricing. I would honestly get it if it didn't have that like silver edge. I'm not loving that. Love these beach towels. I'm always so tempted by their beach towels, and honestly I probably will get some beach towels for my birthday trip here. Speaking of, it is officially like 1 month from my birthday trip, so I should keep my eyes peeled for any like decor, tablescape, stuff like that. That's cute. Little fish blanket. Oh my gosh, these plates are so cute. This is not the theme of my birthday. Mine is more like bass fishing fish themed, if you didn't know. But oh my gosh, this is so cute. I love that. That could be like a cute like housewarming, like hosting gift too. Like both of those stacked together. I really love these too. I think it's the rain. I don't know what it is. I just want to go to bed and I want to start today over. I'm feeling like so sluggish. I really want a Diet Coke, but it might be too late in the day for caffeine. Should I stop through a drive-thru? I love that I started this vlog by saying I was being healthier, and now I'm like, ooh, should I go get a Diet Coke? You know what? I'm gonna stop at Trader Joe's on the way home for some flowers, and let me see what fun little drinks they have at Trader Joe's. I think that's the better plan. I like the look of all of these together, and I have some peonies that just opened that I could mix into the arrangement. I have not been in a Trader Joe's in so long. What is this? I ended up with this sparkling green tea with pineapple juice, and I couldn't resist the dark chocolate peanut butter cups. Not bad for using what I already had, which was this bunch of peonies, and then I had some of these yellow flowers that were left over from last week. Some of the peonies never opened. I don't know if they're gonna open or if maybe they're just trapped like that, but this is what I did with the $30 of Trader Joe's flowers that I just bought. I have one for the coffee table, one for the kitchen, one for my bathroom, one for the guest bathroom, and then one for the guest bedroom, because I do have a pet sitter this weekend, so she can enjoy, well, she'll enjoy all of them, but the house will be full of life again, especially in this rainy little period. Having some not so acidic leftovers for dinner tonight. It's like this rotisserie chicken Greek bowl thing from Define Dish. It's one of my favorites, but I haven't had it in a while. There's some rice down there, and then lettuce, red onion, olives, tomato, chicken, tzatziki. I weaseled my little metal art piece out of that frame, and this is even better than I thought. Like, this thing is like thick. I don't even know how someone made this. This was $10 plus like 15 in shipping, so it actually was like way more expensive than I thought, but so worth it. Like, how sick is that? I guess I'm just gonna like hot glue it. That kind of seems like what they did to the mat of whatever frame I want to put it in. I am up bright and early for my blood draw. I feel like it'll be quick. This is a new location. I haven't been to this LabCorp before, but just in case it isn't, I brought a book, which is like so unlike me. Like, did you actually think that's what I was gonna pull out of my bag? No, I'm not a big reader. I do like audiobooks, but I'm not like a what I read this month, like multiple books a month. I'm lucky if I read multiple books a year, I'll be honest. But I started this one a while ago. I think I bought it in the airport. Riley Sager, I'm probably butchering that, but The House Across the Lake. Bought it in the airport, got a couple chapters in, and then I think I just like got sidetracked or forgot about it. And then when I was on a walk the other day, I passed one of those little libraries and there was another book from him in there. So I grabbed it, I posted on my story, and then people were like, that book is insane, it's so good. And then I was like, why does this name sound familiar? And it's because I had already started this one. So I'm making myself finish this one before I start the one that I stole. You're supposed to put one back, but I was just on a walk. So next time when I pass by, like, I am gonna bring a book to put in it. I just took one without leaving one, but who brings a book on a walk? Anyways, I am 100 pages is in, and part of me is kind of hoping that LabCorp is like backed up and slow today so that I can read this, but they're pretty efficient, so it's probably a moot point to bring this in. But I'm gonna go in, get my samples collected, and I also should have checked the address because I'm right next to Whole Foods and I need to come back here today. Not the most efficient morning of my life, but quick and easy. You can't see it, but I've got my little bandage that took, I don't know, like 10 minutes by the time I walked in there to when I was being seen. I made an appointment, but you can be a walk-in. My TikTok feed has been filled with people talking about like cortisol face, cortisol this, cortisol that, and I saw that LabCorp On Demand had a cortisol test. So I woke up bright and early to test my cortisol levels. It's a blood test, which kind of surprised me, but it will literally like measure your stress. And like I said yesterday, I don't wear any sort of like fitness tracker, sleep tracker, thing like that. So I was just interested to see what my like true scientific cortisol levels are when I wake up in the morning. A couple of months ago, I can't even remember how long, let me search my inbox, I took the LabCorp On Demand micro, or was it macronutrient test? Let me find it. It was a couple of months ago. I'm looking at my results right now. I took the micronutrient test through LabCorp On Demand. They have like 70 different tests you can take, and you purchase them like directly yourself. You don't have to go through a doctor's appointment to get the test done. You get the results through the LabCorp portal, and then you can take those results with you to your doctor's appointment. So if you're trying to like streamline something, if you're like me and you're not very good at like advocating for yourself, or like you'll leave the doctor's appointment and you're like, crap, like I totally meant to ask them about this, or totally meant to mention this, or you don't want to admit that you like saw something on TikTok. I love getting LabCorp On Demand tests and just kind of testing some things out for myself so I can have more like informed, well-rounded conversations when I do have FaceTime with my doctor. Last time I got my results in like 2 days, so hopefully I have those before the end of the week. Who knows, maybe I will get a little sleep tracker to see if I can like noodle the results. Maybe my new reading habit at night will help lower my cortisol level, but we'll have to wait and see. Pretty sure, I think I still have a discount with LabCorp. I'll put it on the screen if I do. I think you can get a certain percentage off of your first LabCorp On Demand purchase. I'll link it in the description box too. I know I've mentioned this before, and I think I'm just kind of like putting it off because I'm like low-key a little bit nervous to like dive into that and start looking into it. But LabCorp has some like fertility testing, which if you're like me, mid-20s, like I picture myself as a mom, don't really know when that's gonna happen. My cortisol levels are probably spiking just thinking about that, but like I've always kind of wondered in my mind like what's going on with that. And whenever I talk about LabCorp On Demand, I always mention that and I'm like, oh, I should do that, but I'm like, but maybe next time. So far I've done the nutrient one, cortisol, and while I was in there I did a dietary one and the women's health one. I just went in all at once and just like bought every single one that was interesting me. So if I get the results before the end of this vlog, I will check back in, and if not, maybe I will mention them in the next video. But I feel like it's a great resource to have and an incredible partner for me. I love working with LabCorp because there's so much like noise on health, wellness, high levels of this, low levels of this, and so much guesswork and supplements and just random stuff online. It makes me love working with LabCorp and being able to share like a discount code and spread awareness for like actually having these discussions with your doctor instead of just believing the random stuff you're seeing on TikTok and taking that as like Bible truth. Purchase the test, talk to your doctor, do things the right way before you fall down the rabbit hole of all of this like wellness, colostrum, cortisol face. In my opinion, your money is way better spent like actually figuring out if that's truly what's going on with your body. I have a little bit of dense bean salad left. This is what I've been eating on for the past couple of days. This was the Chipotle chicken dense bean salad from Violet Witchell, the originator of the DBS. I need to figure out what I'm gonna make for lunch and dinner today. This is kind of just like breakfast. Dare I call this breakfast? I really want to flip through the new Wishbone Kitchen cookbook, so I'll do that while I eat my beans. Got my little plan of attack, and I guess, oh my gosh, losing it. Guess I should go to the grocery. No, you know what? I think I'm gonna order lunch. I'll Uber Eats lunch, and then I'll go to the grocery store this afternoon. I'm also hosting a little happy hour. So I'm gonna do ricotta with fried garlic and then cucumber melon spritzes. I actually have no idea how to tell if a honeydew melon is ripe. Guess I could have Googled it in the store, but I didn't do that. Got some club soda, some Prosecco, got one that was already chilled. I got some dill for dinner tonight. coconut water, that goes in the cocktail too. The cocktail is gonna be so good. Herbs, lime, pepper, some more produce. There was a recipe for a passion fruit mezcalita in the cookbook, and I wasn't sure like what season or when passion fruit were available, so I saw 3 and I grabbed them. Maybe I'll make that tomorrow. Cucumber, mini baguette, thyme, oregano, feta, ricotta, romaine, and some chicken thighs for dinner and lunch tomorrow. I've got some little pieces of bread in the oven. I'm gonna make my ricotta situation. Spread it out like that. This was so easy. I hope it's as good as it smells. Let me find my drink recipe. Here we go. One thing that's kind of throwing me off about this cookbook is it doesn't say like the time that it takes, you know what I mean? It's okay. In a blender, combine all of this and blend until smooth. Okay, I need to get going on this. I cut the garlic on here, so I'm gonna be a good host and not mix my garlic cutting board with my fruit cutting board. 1/2 of a ripe honeydew melon, seeded and roughly chopped. My blender. Moment of truth. I don't know if that's right. I'm just gonna assume it is. I'm not gonna chop it. I'm just gonna do this. I can't remember if this is my melon baller. What does a melon baller look like, and what is this? I might not have a melon baller for this here. Cucumber, coconut water. Blender up. Oh my gosh. You need this cookbook. Holy crap. My camera died, so I couldn't show you the rest of the drink. Drink, incredible. Appetizer, incredible. And then my friends left, and I made a salad for myself for dinner that I'm gonna have leftovers of for tomorrow before my evening flight. Where is it? It's like Greek salad with like pepperoni and capers and marinated chicken. So freaking good. I'm so excited. This is probably gonna be like my cookbook of the summer. I'll link it in the description box. I'm so excited. There was a casualty tonight. One of my favorite thrifted dishes. This is like just a big serving platter. Dropped it in the sink and it's donezo. I'm so sad. I mean, I'm sure I'll find another one eventually. Not like the same one, but this was the brand Tozai, I think. T-O, I don't know. Looks very old, but she was good. Long live my marble plate. I think I can try my new beans today. I think my little hopper has emptied itself out. I got the Sugar Shack Maple Sweetness Signature Blend from this coffee shop when I went to Vermont. This was one of my souvenirs. I love getting coffee beans as souvenirs because I will like use them regularly. I'll probably need another bag in like a month, and maybe I'll get some in DC this weekend. I think it's just fun to grab like local ones from different places instead of just going like down the aisle in Whole Foods. Taste test of the Vermont beans. I just did a whole milk latte in my little stainless steel cup. I'll be honest, most coffee beans taste the same to me. It's good though. Today is obviously Friday. I already went on my morning walk. Kind of. It was a stroll. It was like 2,000 steps. But I have a flight later today. I have a flight at, I think the flight takes off at 4:20, which means that it boards at like 4, which means that I need to get to the airport at like 3:45, which means that I need to leave my house at 3:30. That's how I do the math, if you're curious. My goal with the Charleston airport is to walk in, like walk through security right before I start boarding. Like, I do not want any extra time there. There's nothing to do. There's like a couple restaurants. I mean, I guess from an outside perspective, it's like a fine airport, but it's just like so small. There's a lounge, but it's a very small, non-branded lounge that I do have access through my credit card to go into. But when you live 15 minutes away from the airport, like, it's ideal to just time it. Like, I do not want to be sitting there when I could be sitting at my home, if that makes sense. Really big development that I forgot to share. Wait for it. You get the point. It's slow as heck. I got a blind for my bedroom, in case you didn't gather that. I got it from like a cheaper website. I think I got it from Select Blind. I think it was like, I want to say maybe like $500, which is still asinine, but the shade store quoted me $1,700 per window shade. And I really hate to admit this, but in the world of shades, I do think that you get what you pay for. Like, yes, it's motorized. Yes, it's a Roman shade. Like, it looks okay. The fabric feels cheaper. I don't love like the exposed end, what I was just showing you. So I don't know. I only ordered one from this like cheaper website because I was sick of doing like the paper blinds in here, and I was like, let me just do like a test round. I don't know if it's something maybe like 2 years from now I would just upgrade from the shade store, but yeah, I hate to admit it that unfortunately I do think the quote might have been accurate from Shade Store, because they're like custom making them. They truly look like works of art, and like on a big wall, like if you have a really nice shade on the window, I feel like it brings something into the room versus if you have like a cheap shade on the window. I mean, it just kind of melts into the back. It's not like a huge deal, but when prices for home things start getting in like the 500s range anyway, I'm like, if it's bad quality or if I don't like the look of it, at the end of the day, I still wasted $500 and then maybe I'll upgrade it. That's how I feel about this TV. Honestly, screw this TV. I do not think anyone should buy the Hisense version of the frame. Spend the extra $150 and get the Samsung frame. The Samsung frame has never given me any issues. This one broke after like a month and I can't reach anyone. Everyone's unreachable. I'm left wondering if I should replace it with a Samsung frame and then just eat however much money this one was, or just do like a painting over the dresser in here. I did love having a TV though when it worked for like the month that it worked. But yeah, this TV sucks. I just feel like whenever, what is that phrase? Like buy it nice, no. Something about like buy it, what is that saying? Something buy it twice, buy it, or just buy it nice. I don't know. I do think that there's some validity in whatever saying I'm trying to find, but yeah, I don't love the blind. I'll be so honest, but it works. It does its job. And I'm kind of holding off on like buying blinds from this website for the rest of the house because I'm just like not in love with it, and I'm like, should I just wait a little bit longer and like make the investment into the really nice Shade Store ones? It's just like underwhelming. And when it's already as expensive, even though it was the cheaper option, when it's already that expensive, I'm like, I should love it. Or should I just spring an extra couple $100s and get something I do love? So at the end of the day, if you don't love it, you still wasted the like cheaper money option, you know? That's my line of thought. Okay, I googled it. I think what I was thinking of was buy cheap, buy twice. I have yet to try on the dress that I bought to wear to this wedding, which is kind of risky considering I leave in a matter of hours, but I'm going to DC, so there's gonna be lots of like shopping options. So I'm gonna quickly slip this on over my workout set right now so I can determine the level of intensity that I'll need to shop tomorrow in Georgetown in case this doesn't work. But it's from Lulu's and it looked really good in the reviews. Like it looked really good and classy. I need to steam it, so this probably isn't the best first impression of it, but I think it'll be good. It's like a spring formal wedding. I'm happy with it so far. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. Obviously, tank top and sports bra aside, I feel like this fits perfectly. Perfect length. I'll do a little kitten heels. It's an outside wedding, I think. But then again, it's raining this weekend, so maybe it'll be moved indoors. But I think I'm gonna do tiny little kitten heels because the length is perfect. But like an inch off the ground wouldn't hurt. And then I am probably gonna stop into the Skim store and get some sort of like shapewear situation because I've been meaning to buy some in the first place. But I also think that with like how tight it is on this section would make me feel better. So shapewear, probably a strapless bra to fill this out. I have this one strapless bra that like is basically just like seashells that fill out the top. Like it's not even probably my size, clearly, but I just use it when I need like this gone. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. I'm thinking these little satin Zara kitten heels that are pretty comfortable. Not a huge heel if it is outside and the ground's kind of squishy. And I feel like it's kind of the exact color of whatever these leave things are on the flowers. I started pulling aside my stuff on this bench so I can just pack it after my workout class. It has recently come to my attention that there is a subsect of the population that thinks it's like rude to try and like look nice at a wedding. Like I posted this video where I said I didn't like the dress that I had originally, not the dress that I just showed you, this was like a couple weeks ago for like one of the last weddings I went to. Posted a TikTok saying that I didn't love the dress, or like that I showed it to a friend and she didn't love it, said I could do better. And then I posted this video like going around town and like seeing what I could find locally, and I got, okay, saying so many comments is kind of an exaggeration. I think I got like 5 where people were like, it's not your day, just wear the ugly dress. And I'm like, is it a crime to want to look good? Like quite frankly, my wedding theme, whenever I get married, I want to do the theme of like upstage the bride. I want everyone to go all out. So if you're of this like little weird minority that thinks that like looking really good at a wedding is disrespectful, I'm not talking about wearing something that's like super revealing or, you know, something that's like off theme or just like I do find that disrespectful if you're not following like the dress code. But if you think that like looking good and trying to look your best at a wedding is disrespectful, get away from me with that energy. Speaking of, I just took a shower, full exfoliation. I just did my eyebrows. These are the wax strips that I use. I honestly love to treat an event like this like I would if I was in high school getting ready for prom. Like I just love like going all out and like pampering yourself for an event like this. Like self-tan, nails, hair. What is that noise? Oh, it's my robot vacuum. Oh my gosh, I was like, is my lawn guy here? No, it's my robot vacuum. But yeah, I just love treating weddings and events and stuff, going all out, like, you know, face mask, brows, nails, nails, even more so just like outside of weddings. How often do you have an excuse to like go all out and get a new dress and do the spray tan and do the nails and do everything? It's so fun. Like, I live for that. Before I do my self tan, manicure, nails, all of that, I want to see if I can get the battery and the band resize, well, battery change, band resize on this watch that I got on eBay. I've seen these for years on TikTok. I feel like they like go viral and then they like kind of fall off and then they go viral again, but it's the Gucci, like I think it's from the 90s. If you have a really small wrist, I'm talking like 5-inch wrist, you can get one of these on eBay for like 150 bucks. Like, they are so cheap the smaller they are, but it was like kind of hard to find one that was larger than I needed. I have a 7-inch wrist, but look, you can, I don't know if you just noticed what I was doing, but you can switch out the bezels, which I probably shouldn't be doing in my car, but I can't figure out how to take a link out. Like, I watched tutorials and it just wasn't working, and I think it needs a new battery. So I called ahead at this little jeweler on King Street that said they could do it like while I wait in store. So I would love to wear this weekend. So I'm gonna pop in, see if they can do it, and I think I must have manifested a parking spot on King Street right in front of the jeweler, and it's like a very bad parking spot of King Street, so I'm feeling good. Heck yeah, he had to take 2 links out, but now I have the extra links for the future. Tan is on and marinating, and I just did like pretty much the exact same color, just gel. And I've determined that I hate this, and I now know why it was on clearance. I literally got this at Sally's. $2.75, I was like, wow, what a steal. No, it's so watery, it like pools in my cuticles. It's the worst gel polish ever. Bye. This is the tan I've been reaching for, the ultra dark 2 Hour Express. They have like a platinum one, but I don't know if it's just like placebo, but I think this is like just as dark as the platinum. And I like the way it looks on me, and I know that I have a foundation that matches me when I use this tan, so that's why I think I've been gravitating towards it the most, is because I think I finally nailed down like my foundation match when I have that tan on. So that's what I did, and then I do this on my face, the dark 2 Hour Express face tanning serum. I apply it with a little brush, and I have like a mitt and another brush and stuff that I use on my body. But now I have to clean up after myself because I'm trying to come home to a clean house. There's no better feeling. I've not felt that feeling in quite some time, if I'm being honest. Rinsed my tan off, or the guide off I should say. It looks pretty good, but this tan develops over the next 24 hours, which means that by the time the wedding is, which is literally like 24 hours from right now, it will be like prime developed self-tan. I have on another one of the little Hanes tanks with a black workout set, my airport outfit, and I always shower when I get off of a plane, so it's like not worth it to me to wash my hair before. So I'm just gonna wash my hair the second I get to the hotel, but I have on all of my jewelry. I love the watch. I'm obsessed with the watch. Socks in hand, and the house is looking clean for my pet sitter and for me to return to. Bye, little girl. Have fun with your friend. I mean, she's honestly so spoiled whenever there's a pet sitter because they give her such like undivided attention, because I'm literally hiring them to hang out with her for the weekend. Pretty little thing. Everyone that meets you loves you.